Hey guys, I wanted to make a real quick update video. I'm not going to really do any work out here today. It's Saturday and I spend the day with my family. But first of all, I want to say thank you to Matt. Matt, I appreciate your help. I think you are 100% correct on what's happened here, which I would have never dreamed this would happen. But it's definitely got to be what's happened. So let me let you guys in on what's going on with these, what I was calling craters. Now, I do believe I had an issue with craters, obviously on bare metal. I've had the issue over and over for months and months and months and well over a year now. But I thought I had figured that out by spraying a light coat on and then coming back over that with like a medium wet coat or a couple medium wet coats, which is exactly what I had done on the back side of these, which, well, as a matter of fact, I don't even need to do that. If you notice, these portions right here, I put no filler on them whatsoever. Well, there's no pops on them at all, on any of it. This one down here too, same deal. And so again, I just laid this on, you know, like I normally would have after I figured out I was spraying it on too thick to begin with. But Matt at Shut Your Face Garage said, hey, is it doing it on the sides or is it only doing it on the filler? Well, so I came back out here and I got to looking, and on the sides, it looks fine. On both panels, there's no problems, no issues at all. It looks, I mean, just smooth as glass. So I got to looking at the panels and got a magnifying glass out so I could really see these pops. Well, I got to looking at some of the areas, and you guys saw I used a little bit of filler, glazing putty here and there to go over some of the areas that I had that were low or had some imperfections or whatever. And I got to noticing that anywhere where I had put that glazing putty, there was no problems. But then you come over where there's no glazing putty and it started the popping deal, as you can see. And see here's some glaze, right, hopefully that's showing. Right in there, it's all glazing putty, and then as you come over, boom, it turns into this ugly bullshit. So, my technique on how I do my filler, I've got a video here, however long ago. It says the long ass video on filler, and I mixed up a whole bunch of filler, and so you can see my technique if you want to see how I do it. And I basically flip it and drag it out, flip it and drag it out. I don't whip it, I don't stir it, I don't do any of that stuff. This stuff here is pretty self-explanatory. Doesn't get any easier than that. You get you a 4-inch circle, you run your one strip through there. 8-inch circle, one strip and a half. I mean, it's really, really simple. Half a strip for 2-inch. So it's pretty much idiot proof. Well, obviously, maybe not, I don't know. I did it exactly like it says there, and so I thought, well, if I'm not mixing my filler wrong, then what am I doing wrong? Well, I got online, I was looking. Another thing that causes pinholes, at least what I'm seeing on the forums, is if you use too much hardener, which I don't see how that's possible when you have this. I mean, literally, I have a tape measure that I had over here. I measured out my 4-inch circle, and so I'm assuming that, you know, everything should have been just like it's supposed to be. Well, the only other thing that causes pinholes is putting too much hardener in it. So maybe I put too much hardener in this filler, or I didn't mix it up as well as I needed to and it got too much hardener in certain areas. But the thing is I mixed that up until it became a uniform blue color. I mean, so that's the way you do that too. So don't know. But his suggestion was to take my glazing putty and basically do a super tight wipe over this to just fill in these pinholes. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to high build it. And I'm going to try to figure out what I did wrong with my filler this time, but I can't blame, I was so frustrated, but I can't blame it this time on the epoxy. So I'll continue to do what I'm doing and try to put these light coats on and get this epoxy, you know, down to where I'm not getting these crater issues and all that kind of stuff. But for now I've got to figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong with my filler, which is absolutely crazy to me. This filler is actually supposed to be known for. It actually says it on, eliminates the need for putty. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong. It just blows my mind. But whatever I did wrong on this one, and maybe I'm putting too much filler in it. Maybe this is shit. I don't know. I mean, I've watched people. I've done filler for years. I watch people do filler for years. I mean, if you watch a lot of guys, they don't even measure it out near as close as I did. You know what I mean? Not even close to that. And so I see them just glob some shit on there and mix it up and go, you know. And my stuff's kicking in about 3 to 5 minutes. Actually, it's probably closer to 5 minutes. So I was thinking, you know, and I knew I did on one side of this. I knew I had mixed it up a little hot, and it was this side, if I remember right. Now this side here, I mixed it up where I thought it was just right. Well, maybe just the opposite of that. Regardless, both sides of this did this pinhole thing. So, and I know it's hard to see that there's pinholes in every part of this, so it doesn't matter. Let me see if they're worse on one. I'm gonna say they're a little worse on that. Well, not necessarily. So I don't know, but it's only happening on the filler. So that was basically the point of making this video, is to show you that basically it's only happening on the filler. So I can't blame the epoxy this time. I'm pulling my hair out with some of this stuff. Sometimes I kick myself and go, why did I even bother doing this, you know? It would be so much easier for me just to go buy a hot rod. I could go buy a badass hot rod for the time and money I spend on all this stuff and drive it and be happy, you know? But I decide that I'm going to do all this stuff. Why? I have no damn idea. You know, I always said this relaxes me. I like it, and most of the time it does. But when this shit starts happening, I'm like, I really start questioning why the hell I'm doing what I'm doing. But I'll just keep on keeping on and see what happens. And the temperatures in here are it's 60 some degrees in here right now. I mean, I pretty much keep my heater on around the clock when I'm doing any kind of epoxy work to make sure that this epoxy stays above the temperature that it needs to, so that I don't have any issues with it. Anyway, I didn't want to make this video too long, so that's basically, I just want to do a little quick update and tell you guys what was going on, and thank Matt for, you know, pointing this out, because I was thinking, man, this is the exact same thing that I've been dealing with this for all this time, you know, which, like I said, coming back over here, you can see, other than maybe a little bit of dirt. Here, let me see if I can turn my little light on. I don't know if that'll help or not. Yeah, so that's a little bit of dirt nib there, but no big deal. And you can see it's just as smooth as it can be. It looks fine. Same on the sides here. It's good to go. No problems. But like I said, when you get around here and you start getting a little bit of this goofy stuff, and that's only where, you know, where the filler was. And you can see here where some of the glazing putty was. Maybe if I'm holding that right, there's no issues on the glazing putty. And then as you come off of it, it gets the little pinholes again. So that's it. I'll try to get back out here tomorrow and glaze that out and spread it out real thin and get it blocked out and get some high build on it and move on. Hopefully we can get on past this, but yeah. Appreciate you guys, all the comments and everything, and I apologize for taking you down this rabbit hole again with this epoxy, because this time it's not the epoxy's fault, it's my fault, and obviously I need to go back to school on how to freaking mix filler, which really blows my freaking mind. Anyway, so I'll see you guys next time.